This is Canada, a country known for peace, safety, and opportunity. But today, something has gone very wrong. In just 2 years, rent in Toronto jumped from $2,400 to $3,300 for a two-bedroom apartment. That's a 37.5% increase in total. In many cities, even high earners can't buy a home. And newcomers, they're being packed into overcrowded basements. What happened? Today in Canada, life is getting harder, even for those doing everything right. Wages? They haven't changed much in over 15 years. According to a 2023 report from the Bank of Canada, real inflation-adjusted wages for many Canadians have been stagnant or have only seen minimal growth over the past decade and a half. But almost everything else has gotten more expensive. Food prices have gone up by 10 to 15% in the last 2 years. Items like bread, milk, and fresh produce, basics, now cost families hundreds more every month. Electricity and heating bills have also increased in some provinces. And the cost of transportation, gas, insurance, even public transit has crept up month after month. But the biggest shock is still rent. A one-bedroom apartment in many Canadian cities now costs over $2,000 a month. In places like Toronto and Vancouver, even a small two-bedroom can cost $3,300 or more, and it's not just the cities. Rent in smaller towns has spiked too, as people flee urban centers looking for cheaper options. But demand everywhere is high and supply is low. The Canada Mortgage and Housing Corporation report in 2022 estimated that an additional 3.5 million housing units, on top of the typical building pace, would be needed by 2030 to restore housing affordability to pre-2004 levels. So what's happening? Even people with stable full-time jobs, teachers, nurses, tradespeople, are being priced out. Some move back in with parents. Others live in shared spaces with strangers just to make ends meet. There are reports of students sleeping in libraries and entire families sharing single rooms. This isn't how Canada was supposed to be. This isn't about luxury. It's about basic dignity and being able to afford a roof over your head. Canada's population is growing faster than ever before. In 2023, the country added over 1 million people. By 2025, Canada plans to welcome 500,000 new permanent residents. Immigration is important, but now it's happening too fast and cities can't keep up. Hospitals are full, schools are overcrowded, and housing is not being built fast enough. Even skilled newcomers are struggling to find places to live or work. The system is stretched thin. Canada used to be proud of how it welcomed people. It had the first points-based immigration system in the world, bringing in workers with education, skills, and language ability. For decades, it worked, but things changed. Family sponsorship grew, refugee systems slowed down, and now population growth is far ahead of housing and services. People aren't angry at immigrants. They're frustrated with how badly the system is being managed. This isn't just about numbers, it's about real people. In Brampton, a story went viral. 25 international students living in a single basement. In hospitals, people wait hours, sometimes days, to get help. In cities, rents are rising faster than wages. Yes, the economy is growing, but that growth is mostly for more people, not better lives. On paper, Canada looks strong, but in real life, people are struggling. Canada is still growing, its population is rising, but people aren't feeling better off. And that's the problem. Yes, the government points to GDP growth. Yes, more businesses are hiring. On paper, it looks fine, but when you break it down per person, things fall apart. A report from Scotiabank in 2024 showed that Canada's per capita GDP has been declining since 2019. That means even though the economy is bigger, the average person living in Canada is earning less. So what's the solution? Canada doesn't need to stop immigration, but it does need to plan smarter. More homes, faster permits, infrastructure that keeps up with population growth, and immigration systems that focus on real labor shortages, not just targets. Right now, 60% of new immigrants are supposed to be economic class, people who can immediately contribute. But housing delays, job mismatches, and overwhelmed services mean even skilled newcomers are stuck. And when newcomers are struggling and locals feel priced out, tensions rise, trust erodes, and the whole system starts to crack. So what should happen? Canada needs to slow down and catch up. Not to stop growing, but to grow sustainably. Because a country that expands too fast without building for it won't feel like home to anyone.